Hey everyone, welcome to Blue Heron Hill. And you ask me, why am I outside? 2 in the afternoon, blazing hot day, sun out full strength, no clouds. Well, I'm weeding. You find a weed and you gotta pull it up. But guess where I am? I'm in the shade. And as you can see, up and over and back, I am under my bean arbor. This isn't my main bean arbor. I'm in the main garden here. My big bean arbor is across the way. But this one, these beans are trailatiers beans, and I usually use them as a dried bean. But they have connected over the top. And as I'm looking at them, I do see some Japanese beetles, so I'm going to have to get on those right away. If you caught one of my other ones, I talked about Japanese beetles as pests and how I didn't have too many that would actually impact my beans. But I do see some over here making the leaves. See what they do? They make them all lacy. They're eating the main part and leaving the vein of the leaf there. So I've got some pest eradication to do. But as I was weeding, I just came upon a few surprises. I have a harvest. I have something new that I just planted this year. They're called red swan beans. They're a bush bean. Mostly I plant beans in arbors, pole beans, so they climb up so I don't have to bend over and stress my back, picking beans. But these sound promising. They're the first bean to ripen in my garden. I actually planted them like a half a week, maybe even a week after I planted my pole beans. So let me take you down and I'm going to show you a few of these plants. Here's some beautiful calendula, and right down here over the pathway you can see these red swan beans. Now, I didn't really know at what point in time I'm supposed to be picking these, but they are shorter beans, so these are going to get picked. I did go through. Don't they have pretty flowers? A little pink flowers. Okay, you can see how they're growing in here. They're just beautiful. And then across the way, I do have some beets that look like I could pick a few of these for dinner tonight, and I think I will. So, and look over yonder at some tomatoes, and I want to show you another thing that is ripening. Lots of flowers. Here is, if you can see this, here is a tomato right here. I think that's a sun gold tomato. And amongst my flowers, I do have, there we are, in the back, I do have a yellow squash that's growing. I've already picked one, so that is very cool. Here's my celery patch, and I just want to give you a good look at the celery. I've started to pick a few stalks already. You can just pick them out from the outside and just let the rest grow. This is a short variety of celery. It doesn't get tall. I could blanch it by putting some kind of a fabric around this or boards, but I don't usually do that. I've had cucumbers galore. That's a silver slicer. Those usually get to be about 5 or 6 inches, and I've already cut. Let's see. Here's one here, which is nearly ready. I'm going to let it plump just a little bit more. These are delicious. They are thin-skinned, and they're not supposed to ever get bitter no matter what your growing conditions are like. Oop, here's another one. Look at that guy back there. Ooh. Gotta keep my eye on him. He might be ready tomorrow morning. Lots of cucumbers. They are just amassing up the side of my fencing here. Now, there is one thing that I've been doing a little bit of an experimentation. This first tomato plant is called a 42, and they said that it's 42 days until harvest. Well, it is absolutely loaded, but there's no turning yet of color, and it's been over 42 days. As a matter of fact, I think it's been about 48 days since I planted it, transplanted it into the ground. I have to show you this one. I do have one zucchini growing. Last year, I think, and the year before, I had no zucchinis. My onions are starting to bulb up, getting nice and big. I gotta make sure I water these because at this stage in their life, they need a lot of water. Lots of tomatoes on the vine. This is a Hungarian heart right here. That is going to be a massive tomato. Ooh, big. That's my hand. That's going to be over a pound, I'm sure. There's some more Hungarian hearts down there. They're just beautiful, beautiful and great tasting tomato. There's a small one, and you can see the heart shape to it, where it gets its name. On one of my last videos, I talked about my broccoli and how I only harvested one head. This one was probably 1.5 inches in diameter, and look at it now. It's pushing 4 or 5 inches. And this one next to it is coming along. So I didn't have faith in my broccoli plants. But boy, are they going to reward me. Here's another one. And even, I don't know if I can see it. There it is, if you can see it. Hard to. I have a little head in this one that I didn't think at all possible. And there's one. You can see that. There's one coming up there. And then there's another one over here. I can't tell you how excited I am about these pepper plants. I haven't been paying too much attention to what's growing, except for the fact that they are doing spectacularly. And I want to peek down here, and you can see these are paprika peppers, and these are going to be loaded. Here's some more over here. I'm very excited about that. This is my other pepper bed, and it is just as prolific as that bed. These are lunchbox peppers down here. I think they're meant to be small. You can see these here like that. There's one, and I think there's one that was turning red someplace. There's one right there. Look at that. I'm going to have to pick those, I think. They are so cute. Look at that little guy. There's another tiny one down here. I'm just going to let him change colors just a little bit more, but this plant is loaded. And these here are all either California Wonder or King of the North peppers. And they're all starting to come on here. Okay, this is my main arbor, and you can see they're just reaching the top. Yellow on this side, purple on this side. Gorgeous blooms. Aren't they so pretty? And usually the yellow come out first, but I'm seeing blossoms just, oh, here's a bean right here. I see a couple of those little skinny things. So in a couple days, I'm gonna be having yellows and maybe even some purple. Yep, here's a purple. And add it to those red ones I have. What a colorful dish that'll make. But they mostly, the purple and the red turn green when you cook them. Back under the bean arbor where it's cool. I don't think I'm gonna go back to doing any more weeding. It is just too hot. I'll save that for tomorrow. Just push it off. It was more fun to harvest. And now I'll go in to plan what I'm gonna have dinner with a few of these and maybe that yellow squash that I had picked. Zucchini's not quite ready. I've got cucumbers. Oh, that would make such a refreshing salad. Fortunately, no tomatoes yet. Maybe I'll dig up a couple of the onions and see what I can mix up for dinner tonight that's fresh out of the garden. So thanks for following on this little impromptu video of harvesting, my first harvesting of the garden. And let me know what you are harvesting. What are you jazzed about? I am so excited about beans. I could eat beans morning, noon, night. And I do in July and August. So, and especially with these, actually I have two new varieties. I have another variety, Dragon's Tongue, that's a bush bean that's growing alongside the red ones. So let me know down in the comments what you are excited to harvest this year. So until the next time that we can go digging in the dirt, happy gardening. Bye.